let's go on in and see who's here. Gotta go and register. We've got to go. We'll go to the speakers lounge and check that the presentation is good. I think he's over here if I'm remembering the map, but I'm not very good with that. That'll be good footage. Yeah,
I did. I got it all.
Can I get an autograph? Oh, yeah.
My rating to being confident on social media would be big confidence. I want to actually think about what I'm going to say. Yeah.
He's the founder and director of Two Sides of Council and Two Sides of Kennedy. Let's give her a big round of applause as she comes to the stage.
Thank you very much. Welcome. So there is some seats down here, guys, so you don't have to stand the whole session. Come and fill the seats. No? I'm actually a bit excited that there's more than 3 people in the audience. And the reason why is because accountants and bookkeepers, generally we don't like marketing. But I have just been told that maybe not everybody is an accountant or bookkeeper, that there might be business owners in the audience. So can I see a show of hands? And I'm shouting because it's the earphones thing, so I need to stop shouting. Hands up if you're not an accountant or bookkeeper. Okay, so quite a few of you. All right, so I'm going to adjust my presentation on the fly as I go. But it really does apply to most business owners, all right? So the firms and businesses winning right now are not necessarily the firms or businesses that are good at accounting or good at selling that widget or doing what they do. They're winning because they're good at marketing, because people are watching what they're doing on social media. They're showing them how good they are. So if you're not on social media, people don't know about you, all right? And before you roll your eyes, if you're an accountant or bookkeeper and say, Natalie, I get all my clients from referrals. I don't need marketing. Let me ask you this. How many of those referrals are actually your ideal client? And by ideal client, I mean the clients that pay you without whinging. They work the way that you want to work by using the apps that you want to work. They're responsive. And they're the type of person that you want to deal with. Or are we just taking on the referrals because we want to look after our clients? I know I do sometimes. Show of hands, who takes on referrals that are not necessarily who they want to work with? Yep. Thank you for admitting that. I'm sure there's more of you not putting your hands up. So if we're marketing and we're on social media, we're showing everybody how good we are, and we're getting the people that want to work with us reaching out. We're having wait lists. We're loving life, right? Instead of being like most accountants and bookkeepers who are not having a good time a lot of the time, yeah? So here's the truth. While we're all sitting behind our desks, doing our little tax returns and being comfortable, there's gurus, business coaches, potentially younger accountants that are less experienced than you. They're putting themselves out online. They're getting those clients. They're stealing the clients from you because your clients are not seeing your face on social media. Yes, they'll be seeing your face if you're doing regular meetings with them and phone calls and things, but we're not showing up and showing them, you know, how good we are at what we're doing. So hands up, who's ready to start building the firm or the business that we wanted to in the first place? Show of hands? I'm sure it'll be everybody. Yeah. So key takeaways for today. So where to start with social media, where to start with video on social media, why video is the key to attracting your ideal clients, and why social media equals more visibility, more clients, more money. I'm sure we would all like a bit more money. It's a bit hard hearing all the other sounds. So a bit about who am I, if you haven't... Oh, okay. That's better. Okay, now I don't have to shout because the other stages are very loud. So a little bit about me. I'm a chartered accountant, tax agent. I've got 20 years experience working in businesses, in accounting firms. I've got a podcast. I'm on the Zero Partner Advisory Council. I'm a tech junkie. I love to automate, work smarter, not harder, where I possibly can. I've got 2 businesses, an accounting firm in Sydney, which we're 100% remote. We work with businesses Australia-wide. And also last year I founded Two Sides Academy, where I'm helping accountants to show up, challenge old ways of thinking and build the firm of their dreams. Some of the things that have come to me from social media and putting myself out there, some of the key highlights of my career. So this time last year, I was lucky enough to be on the cover of the Chartered Accountants Australia New Zealand magazine. That's the pink cover shot there was my cover girl moment. That was pretty cool. It was pretty cool seeing that magazine at the Qantas Lounge. I did a few videos for social media around that. Got to speak at XeroCon. I got to do some paid influencer type stuff with DocuSign. Ended up on news.com.au a couple of times from some of my TikTok videos that went viral. Got on Daily Mail. Got on A Current Affair. Now, for those of you wondering, the camera was not chasing after me. It was a pre-planned interview. We're talking about tax. And one of my other career highlights was that's me at Uluru. I got paid to go and speak at Uluru for a cleaning business owners conference. That was really, really cool. So why video? So on average, it takes someone 7 times. I'm glad that you've all got your phones out. This is a great one. 7 times on average to hear and see your content before they're going to sign up as a customer. Isn't that wild? But the power of video is when you've done that. So when people reach out to us, and in fact we've actually got a wait list, which I still think is wild, they've already seen me. They already, I don't perceive to be a better accountant than anybody else in the room, a better business owner. But when my followers are seeing me, they're going, oh my God, she's so good. She knows what she's talking about. She's an expert. So when they come to me, the reality is I could really charge them whatever I like, and it's very different conversation. Not that I do, but it's very different conversation to, I guess, clients finding you on Google. They don't really know who you are. They looked at your website, and then you've got to do the sell, and you've got to get them warm, as they say, right? But with video, you've already done that. All right, so I've gone through all of that. So this is a good summary of the old way of networking and getting clients to the new way, which I won't go through because we are going to run out of time and I want to do some Q&A. But basically, old way, one-to-one, small number of people. New way, social media, online, masses. So I'm going to leave you with this before we get into the Q&A. If you're not active on social media in 2025, people will assume you're closed down. Maybe you're old school and you're not keeping up with the trends. They also don't know if you're any good and why they should work with you. Because as we said before, remember the 7 times. So when someone looks up a business, they normally go maybe Google, then they might go Instagram, Facebook, maybe LinkedIn, depending on what industry you're in. So you want to just start with the one, but then you want to grow. You want to be on all the places because you want to be able to expand your reach. All right. So I think we've got maybe 2 minutes left for Q&A and we've got a microphone. So does anyone have any questions?
afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the theatre on SME. We have a wonderful fireside chat coming up between Kylie Baxter and Natalie Lennon. Kylie Baxter is the Managing Director of IQ Accountants, and Natalie Lennon is the founder and director of Two Side Accounting and Two Sides Academy. Growing your firm to 1 million in revenue. Is it the utopia we all dream of? Over to Kylie and Natalie.
Completely triggered me. I was like, oh, I don't like that at all. You know, how does that work? If I'm not earning that much, I'm not making any profit. And Nat and I have had some great chats about it since then, and we thought that we'd share that journey with you. And we have both had really different journeys to building our firms, and we want to share the real side of scaling, what works, what doesn't, and maybe challenge you on what you should think about chasing that $1 million revenue mark. So do you want to start by explaining who you are and where you come from?
Sure. So I want to say it wasn't as blunt as you don't want to aspire to earn $1 million in your firm. And we are going to unpack that as we go through. But a bit about my background. So I was a partner in a firm that was earning $1.2 million. And there was a range of issues and things. It was quite an old school firm. And I felt like at times I had a job rather than a business. And so I decided I was going to go on my own and start my own thing. And so when I left, I did a small parcel of fees because I didn't really want the other clients that were quite old school and we didn't really gel. Went from 60K to almost 200 in the first year, then to 400 in the second year, then I did to 500 and some. And in that process, I just felt that obviously the fast growth, growing to that size, once again, I was back in that box of feeling like I was an employee and working, long hours. And so I made the conscious decision to set it all on fire. I got rid of some clients, some team members left, I didn't replace them. We've gotten rid of our office and we've scaled it back a little bit. And we are growing intentionally now. And look, we might get back to the $1 million firm one day, but it will be more structured. It will be in a more thought out way. Going on here?
She's in the zone. Get away. No interruptions.
And your lanyard, you got your lanyard off. Hello.
Always filming.
Go on. Do us a dance.
You've already done it?
Yeah. Hi.
I would like to invite my friends up, and in no particular order, but there's definitely an order. I would like to invite Chris. Chris is not single, so ladies, just calm it down. He's another redheaded accountant. He's from Melbourne, and he also has a solution that isn't a sponsor, but here it is. I would like to then invite up Miss TikTok herself, Natalie.
Second, yay.
Second. Natalie's a local girl. She's going home this evening, so she won't be at the afters. If you don't know about the after party, come see me. Third, Peter Johnson from Advisors Digest. He did live down in Sydney until he came up to a SMSFA event on the Gold Coast, spent a night with me, and now he lives on the Gold Coast. So, like that. And fourth and final, Renee. You coming up? Thank you, Renee. Oh yeah, there's my. Renee and Nat are very last minute additions to this panel, so they've really planned as much as I have for this. All right, so this is a bit of an off-the-cuff conversational piece, talking about the observations, and honestly, from my point of view, talking about this stuff that always comes up on the group. Nuggets. Has everyone met Joyce? Joyce, can you stand up while you have a mouthful of food, please? The parody song queen of our industry.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah. Hi. Nat, Renee.
I think to add to that would be, you know, being an accountant for over 20 years, and what I've realised is most of us don't know Tax Act back to front. I don't know, maybe you do, Pete. You might be the only one. And so we need to just remember that. And I guess like the lawyers, you know, you go and speak to a tax lawyer, and usually they say, well, hold on, let me get the Tax Act and I'm going to read it, I'm going to go through it. So I don't know why accountants always feel like we have to know the answer to everything all the time, and if we don't, we're less than. So I think just to remember that.
It's deep.
I bring the deep thoughts sometimes.
I would probably just add that sometimes there's no such thing as a stupid question.
So what is it? What's it in the style of?
So it's Coolio's Gangster's Paradise, but obviously it's accounting paradise, and I have not practiced this at all. I literally just wrote it. Yeah, I can give you the first few verses.
Do you want me to get it up on Spotify?
No. Like, I won't be able to follow the rhythm. But, just give it a second. Anyway, it goes nothing. As I walk through the office with my laptop in hand, I take a look at the books and make a tax-saving plan, cause I've been crunching and counting so long that even the ATO thinks my judgment's strong. But I ain't never dodged a tax that wasn't legit. But my TV's for work, you know that's unheard of. You better watch out what you're claiming or what you're hiding, or you and your homies might be caught in front. I really hate to trip, but I gotta lodge. Got my 85%, it's more than a slog. Oh, chasing your receipts, that just ain't right. On my knees in the night, saying prayers till it's midnight. Been spending all my life living in the county paradise. That's the gist of it. Look forward to the full version. There's going to be some bloody worms as well from Red Slazay. I don't know if you know him. Yeah, anyway. And whoever else wants to come and be in the video, come and join the Facebook group.
I did not expect that at all, everyone. So that was thorough.